Hi guys, today I'm going to show you two different ways to create watercolor paint without watercolors. We're going to be using markers, and the first way we're going to need a plate, some water, some water based markers. I'm going to use Mr. Sketch, but you could use Crayola. You could use the thinner Crayola super tips. It doesn't matter as long as it's a water-based or like a non-permanent marker. And then the second way I'm going to show you, you're going to need a plastic bag and a spray bottle. But let's start with the first way. And here's a sample of a watercolor using the technique. For the assignment that my 7th graders are going to be doing, they're going to be doing like an abstract watercolor, but you could use this technique to do realistic watercolor paintings as well. So let's get set up. It's really important that you use like a sturdier paper, not like a computer paper or even like a drawing paper, but if you have like a thicker cardstock paper, that will work better so your paper doesn't warp crazily. But to also prevent warping, you could tape it down to your surface to help it stay flat. So the first thing I'm going to do is start coloring on this plate. Now you could use a piece of wax paper or even tin foil or a piece of like plastic, but since it's washable, it just comes right off. So I would prefer to use a plate. And I'm just gonna start making little blobs of color with the colors I want to use with the marker. And then you might be able to guess what I'm going to do next. But I'm going to turn this into watercolor paint by just adding a bit of water to it, and it turns into sort of a puddle of color. I'm just going to start off with these 3 colors, and I can add more. I could add more of the same color, whatever I need to do. Some people prefer to wet their paper first, so that's what I'll do. Let me think. I'm going to start in the middle here. I'm going to try to do like a swirly effect. If it comes out really light, you may want to work in extra layers, or let's see how it works if we don't add as much water. I'm just going to take a little dot from there and see if that can loosen it up but make it a little bit darker. That worked a bit. You can blend and layer your colors. I'll try a Crayola marker just so you can see. It's exactly the same. So if you don't have watercolor paints at home, our next assignment is a watercolor assignment. This is a very easy solution to the problem. This isn't watercolor paper, and I am assuming that a lot of you don't have watercolor paper at home. So it's going to blend and spread a little bit differently, probably not as ideal as if we had the right paper, but we're all stuck at home and we're making the best of it. Going to do a little bit more, but I think you get the basic idea. You're going to color on your plate or your slick surface. You're going to wet it a little and make a puddle. And then you're going to start painting. Oops, I didn't mean to put that in the water. Alright, so that's the first technique. The other technique is going to give a result like this. It's a little bit more splattery, it's a little bit more loose, you'll have a little bit less control, but it's just as fun. Alright, for this part, you are going to need a plastic bag. And I like to work underneath my white paper so I can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to start adding some color onto the plastic bag. I'm going willy-nilly, but you can sort of do whatever you wish. Let's see what else do I have. Maybe a little green over here. A little green down here. And some orange here. Alright. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray it with water to get it to bead up. But I don't want to make it too much of a puddle because when you go to turn it over, it'll all start dripping and drooping. And when you do turn it over, you want to do it kind of quickly. So I'm going to try to do this really quickly. And you could press it like this. You could sort of move the plastic around a little. And then you're going to lift quickly because that helps to prevent that drippy, splotchy look too. Now you can see I still have some dots on the plastic and I can use those again in different areas. This is a great way to make background papers for other projects. One thing I wanted to show you was an option for if you lack a paintbrush, because some people don't have paintbrushes at their house. So I'm gonna go back to the plate, and you could do this, you could add it to a project, you could do it as the whole project. But you're going to, I guess you wouldn't have a paintbrush. You're gonna maybe wet your Q-tip to liquefy this a little bit. And then you could do some cool abstract stuff just using dots and the Q-tip. Some lines. Again, it's not ideal. In a perfect world, we'd all have watercolor paper and paintbrushes, maybe even a set of watercolors. But we don't, and we're making the best of it, and we're still making some really cool art. So now you have a solution for no paint and no paintbrushes. So there you have it, guys. Good luck and have fun with this project. See you soon. Bye.